It's Ray Give TV.
In the block.
Let's get right to it.
Looking out for Luce Cannon all this time, like, man, whatever. I thought that's what it was going to be. Instead, he went left. When he calls up to Adam, you hear a different reason. And that's when I'm like, oh, okay, he just don't fuck with these niggas.
Let's rewind it. Let's rewind it to the fake Luce Cannon play. And I accepted the disrespect, didn't say nothing.
What, when you realized that there was another guy named Luce Cannon and that he is supposedly like inherited?
Okay.
Another Luce Cannon, a producer. For your woman to be comfortable disrespecting somebody, that means the conversation you having with your woman is a disrespect about that individual.
Yeah, probably.
You get what I'm saying? If you look up an R&B calling you a bitch ass nigga, that means I got her comfortable in that pocket doing that.
That is true, yeah.
So, hey, I don't owe you or him nothing. I put y'all on. And nobody know the they was until I set him on the side of me.
That's true.
Yeah. Let's be real. I had to force that in there because you didn't know who the these people was when I told you I was bringing them on the show. You did that. You allowed me to do that. You like my co-host. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It's on you. You had to fucking follow the lead or whatever the conversation with. Same shit with academics and all this. So now, let's fast forward. How the fuck you go on academic show somewhere I open the door up to? Call me a bitch.
Does Blue Chew really work? Bro, the first month is free. Just try it.
Let's just be real.
Did you notice that, chat? So, I never mentioned that Charisse called Wack Luce Cannon's mistress, which by the way was a playful thing. But it's clear Wack heard the conversation. Now remember when, you know, again, I get it. I brought something up and Wack took it left. Remember I kept saying to Wack, I said, Wack, listen to the whole conversation. Listen to the whole, because I don't think she was really being disrespectful. I think she kind of say it like matter-of-factly, like tongue-in-cheek. She wasn't trying to be disrespectful. And he was like, I don't need to listen to it. And I'm like, I guarantee, like, I don't want to see like the person gaslighting. If you listen to it, you'll realize she probably had no ill intent. It's clear he listened to it because he brought up another point that I never mentioned to him. So he listened to it. I would think he would got the clarity, like, even if he thought like, yo, Ak, why you made it sound like that? I listened to it, it ain't that. He listened to it and got another point of issue. And his point of issue now is, why you calling me this nigga's mistress? That told me, oh, Wack been wanting to bomb on them. I don't know what's going on. And I don't know what's going on with Wack, Luce. I don't know about what's going on there. And I don't know if it's just content. But I noticed that and I was like, oh, Wack wanted to bomb on this nigga for a minute. Or now, he's... Shit, so y'all could blame me. But he's bringing up a whole different point.
I mean, if she said that, yeah, that has a meaning.
She said, I'm his mistress. She's waiting for me to provide something. Don't wait for me. I don't owe you a thing.
Right.
And I have provided. I didn't allow you to use my resources that you just made a whole lot of money. When you couldn't get nothing done, my resources got it done for you. Just recently, currently, couple 100,000.
Wait, you made them a couple 100,000?
It's a fact.
How?
I ain't gonna speak on it right now, but my plan on with me, I'm gonna speak on it. Right?
Yo, Wack is watching. Yo, how does Wack always know what I'm talking about him? Yo, Wack. Yo, Wack.
Yo,
how do you know? Look, how you know I'm talking about you?
Got spies, bro. I got 38 spies on the other side. I sent you. Look at the screenshot. I sent it to you. Y'all think I have 38 reels, but the 100 side is the
Wack, how do you know I'm talking? Like, I just started talking about it like 2 seconds ago.
Bro, I got my spy. About 4 or 5 of my spies hit me. Look what they just told me. It's how you know I ain't capping. The last one just told me, Ak is talking about you on his screen. He's trying to prove that he didn't start the problem with you and Luce Cannon's wife.
Okay, Wack, could we admit that? Do you think because you clearly have heard the clip? Do you think that I instigated it and I'm the person who started it? Because I don't want to be like.
I think you. No, here goes the problem. I'm gonna be real, and I stand on it. Like, with me or you, certain people ain't qualified to be getting on this shit because we can do with them what we want, and you definitely led her to a fire. You did that.
Well, I didn't think she was going to say that, but I don't think it was that serious. I don't think it was that serious.
The conversation had nothing to do. Listen, the conversation had zero to do with me.
I disagree. I'm gonna tell you why I disagree. Because so I think in a valid sense when people say to Adam, "Yo, Adam, you and Brick were cool. We all know these guys are incarcerated. They're indicted. They're gonna go through it. Also, they used to. I don't know what everybody did outside of this, but they were doing content or whatever to provide. Also, I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel bad for them that they have to do content while incarcerated. So I'm like, maybe they're trying to. I heard Charisse once say.
Why do you feel bad for them? Because they're choosing to do that.
Well, I gotta imagine it's
the
probably
clout got them, bro.
No, I gotta think that's bringing in some income. So I always say,
come on, bro, get the fuck out of here. Bringing in what income? Like, bro, you can look and see what them numbers is. We know what this shit is, bro. Like, come on, Act.
Okay, but Wack, what I'm trying to say is, I feel like these people, and especially with the Brick and Adam thing, they're gonna go through some financial shit. They want
to stay relevant. You know how, like, Act. You know I don't give a fuck about the YouTube shit. You know, I go play with my channel when I want to. I let my people put the shit up. I don't give a fuck, right? So but some people, bro, who get a taste of it and people start kind of knowing their names and their mind, they don't want that to go away. We don't have to do that type of shit. Niggas we are who we are regardless, right? So yeah, you know, but you definitely, but that's what you do though. Like, you ask a question.
Wait, Wack.
You know what I'm saying? Adam does the same shit.
Hold on. You know where I was leading to with that?
It ain't on you. It ain't on you if they answer it.
Wait, you know where I was leading to with that? Because I brought this up to you before. And you tell me if I'm just a civilian square sucker for this. And by the way, chat, I'm saying this, Wack ain't calling me this, but this is my demeanor to certain things. Because I had brought up before, I said with Brick, I said, yo, if you put some money, whatever towards him, I'll match it. I ain't gonna lie, I was feeling the same way about Luce. I was like, yo, listen, and really, my thoughts towards them, Adam got the bread, but Adam cheap. Adam treat this shit like this is always business. To me, like, if Luce Cannon needed $5,000, I don't look at it like that. And that's why I was saying, the same way I said with Brick, hear what I'm saying, Wack. If you, like, I would think that because of how well you know.
You can't put Wack and Akademiks relationship with a Luce, because y'all really ain't got a relationship. You know the nigga through me. Let's just be real.
Yeah, but like, you know, I look at people favorably if I've done content with them. Put like this, I would think you wanted to contribute.
You did content with a Y now.
Yeah, through you. But here's the thing: if you like, I would think you want to contribute.
You wouldn't. What I'm saying, what I'm saying is, me and your shit was organically done. Right? Didn't nobody put us with each other, bro. It took years for us to build and looking over there. Nah. Let me test it. Nigga, all right, okay. I'll grant it to him. Fuck it, let's build. Our shit really was built.
Okay. I got a wild theory.
Nobody put me with Act. Like, Act. I brought my artist to your spot a couple times when you and what you call it was doing that shit. And, you know, when my artist is there, I'm not trying to politic personal business. I get them in, get them out. Yeah. But with me and you, I was reaching. You'll reach back sometime. It took a couple years. But that happened because of me, right? So I wouldn't expect you to do a motherfucking thing now.
Oh, okay, Wack. Here's a theory I got. Yeah. My theory is this. I think I don't even think I care to know like the behind the scenes details. I think you and Luce ain't really seen eye to eye, because your reaction towards a lot of this shit is really on some, y'all don't really fuck with that nigga. And I think you're starting slow. You're attacking his woman, but you know if his woman is saying,
wait, hold on, slow down. I ain't attacking shit. I'm responding. When a motherfucker called me a bitch, listen, if my mama, my daughter, my woman call me that, I'm going to say something back. That's a fact. When a woman called me a bitch, then you stepping out of place, bro. She called me a bitch on your show, my nigga. Like, what the fuck
Wait, what
you
did
want
she
me
say?
to say?
She
said I was Luce Cannon's mistress.
She was making a joke, Wack.
Hey, yo, check this out, Ack. I didn't walk 8-9 yards, bro. I don't joke like that. Now, if you gay and you got bitch up in you, then that's the way you joke. I don't joke like that, homie.
Wack. She was
Things where
just
I
basically
come
saying
from,
y'all were friends. Y'all were friends. Y'all talked.
Ain't a nigga gonna stand in front of me and say that in front of me without something happening.
Wack, I ain't gonna. Wack, this is why I think you're slick.
Ain't no slick. It's no slick, bro.
I ask you directly. Let's get Charisse out the way.
You know how Muslims feel about pork?
No, I get it, because Wack, I think you're setting a Scud missile that's hitting some collateral damage. Okay.
No. I think what's happening is, see, let's be real. I done sat back and accept a lot of bullshit that been going on. I ain't said nothing. I'm not stupid. Ack, if you looked up and the 100 side of Clubhouse was going at you, right? And you looked up and R&B's on fucking Instagram going at you, who you gonna hold responsible for that? And who you gonna say is the reason that's happening?
Okay, yeah, but you didn't go at Luce, you went at her. Why didn't you address
Answer
Luce?
my question.
No, I get it. I would blame you, but I would ignore her
so if I look
and
up,
talk about you.
If I look up and your little minions and now your woman is disrespecting me, I gotta say it's you, bro.
So what you didn't address Luce though? You addressed the woman.
I address Luce every motherfucking day. Dead homies on the phone. Fuck out of here.
So wait,
nigga, I don't bite. Listen, bro. I told him straight up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, like at some point, I told him, like, bro, y'all don't want to play this game with me, Ack. You know how fucked up I can get. You know I keep a box of shit over there, bro. I told him, like, bro,
I listened to Luce.
Going on.
I listened to Luce, and he literally said, like, he said, yo, I fuck with Wack. I don't understand. I'm in jail. It feel like, yo,
bro, you know why, Ack? Because you the nigga that they are find in the dark alley. Because you sleep. Actions speak louder than words, homie.
Wack, let me ask you a question.
You the nigga that would have got in the car, knowing you done seen all this shit. Man, get in the car, I don't know what's going. You'd have got your dumb ass in the car, and they'd have found your ass somewhere. Nah, bro.
Wack.
Listen, if my team is moving a certain way, that's because I'm moving a certain way. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, but let me ask you this. My theory, after seeing all of this, I said, I don't think Wack ever fuck with Luce. I think Wack used
you
Luce.
A motherfucking stupid ass lie. I wouldn't have never gave him the clout and the lift I gave him if I didn't fuck with him. See,
no. It helped you because it hurt Big U.
Let's everybody keep it real.
It helped you because it hurt.
I'm not slow. Ain't nothing slow about me. And you know, the quieter I get, the more I'm plotting.
Okay.
The quieter Wack get, it's some shit going on. I'm not slow.
All right, so Wack, you pretty much answered the question, because I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna ask you directly, be like, listen, Wack, you throw him a little 5-piece, I throw him 5-piece.
I can't trust you, bro.
Okay,
How
we can't
you trust me?
Okay, I get it.
Let me ask you something.
No, you're making some sense. I get you.
If R&B just straight car calling you a bitch, you gonna know either Wack saying something to her or Wack is stamping this shit. That's dude woman. Ain't no way she know our relationship and she'd get at me like that if he ain't somewhere behind it.
But let me ask you this question though, Wack.
Am I right or wrong, bro?
No, you're absolutely right, but I'll ask you this question. So, this is what, when you lock in with somebody and you get close to somebody, or that's your man's or whatever, just like how you say you have a war chest, you don't think Luce know a few things about you that, you know what I mean?
Well, nobody know a motherfucking thing about me, bro.
Yeah, he gotta know some shit about you.
Because you gotta remember.
Come on. If y'all friends, you know shit about him, he knows shit about you.
Bro.
It's never one way.
Hey, bro, bullshit, because you gotta remember.
So, Luce told you all his secrets and you know none of his?
Wack don't hang out with niggas. You gotta remember, I'm not the one trying to get in. It's my boat. You know, I'm not the nigga trying to get in. I'm already me, bro, with or without a nigga. You get what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if you come or go. So I don't have to do the extracurricular things, bro. I don't have to say shit. None of that shit.
Interesting.
I don't gotta do none of that shit, bro. It's like, and I don't hang out with nobody, bro. I don't hang with no nigga. Niggas can't even get in my vehicle, bro. I allowed dude to ride with me one time, bro.
Hey, let me
One
ask you a
time.
question. Do you think, you see, this is I think a risk you're taking even speaking out though.
I'm not taking no risk on shit.
Suppose Luce now.
A risk about what?
Suppose Luce now says, right? Yo, the government talk to him and he'd be like, yo, that fight at no jumper.
I have never did nothing illegal with that, man.
No. Suppose he say, yo, that fight at no jumper. Wack told me to beat that nigga up. It was Wack
I'm
idea.
I'm not worried about none of that because that never happened. I'm not from rolling 60s, nigga. I'm not a motherfucking Crip. You got to remember, it's 9 cameras up there. Y'all ain't seen the other footage. I'd have. My team is on the wall on the side of my vehicle, my nigga. I'm not worried about none of that shit. I'm not worried about. I know details about that shit that he don't even realize about to come out because of the victim got phone records. I don't at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm not worried about none of that because it had nothing to do with me.
Hey, Wack, let me ask you a question. If Luce, y'all were cool at some point. If Luce had said to you and he pulled you to the side and said, yo, Wack, listen, I don't want to get too much into it, but some of this Big U shit might tie to me. Could you chill off running content on that because I don't want it to get to nothing?
Running content on what, bro? What are you talking about?
No, running content on...
Bro, Luce has a robbery, bro. He ain't got nothing to do with a murder.
No.
Y'all be saying
but it's a robbery. Hold on. It's a robbery for Big U. So if he said, could you chill off running...
Okay, but nigga, we didn't talk about that. He did.
No.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
nigga, you can't find nowhere where Wacker 600 ever uttered a word about that. We didn't know nothing about it to talk about it.
Okay, but I heard...
What are you talking about?
I heard he was on the phone when the mother of the deceased was telling you about Big U shit, and I think he was getting nervous to say, "Oh,
everybody was on the phone."
But here's the thing.
He had been talking to them people a year himself.
Whack. Like I feel like you're being elusive here.
Oh, what is that? Yo, what does that have to do with his case?
If me in person A,
what does that have to do with his case though? Nothing.
Because if
Luce has nothing to do with the murder, bro.
Why you talking over because I'm getting to a point. The point is this.
You're not getting to a point. You don't even make sense.
No, he used to do some dirt with Big U. So when
it don't matter what he used to do, he had nothing to do with the murder.
Yeah, but he's now part of an indictment where the murder and the robberies are part of. So he's locked up
it
because...
It don't matter. He has nothing to do with the murder. They cannot...
Let me ask you one direct question.
They will not convict Luce Cannon of no murder.
Yeah, but
you niggas understand what that means?
Wack,
his individual case
you're changing the topic.
Robbery.
Wack, you're changing the topic.
What?
Let me ask you this question.
I'm not.
No. Wait. Let me ask you. I'm asking you one singular question.
No, I want you to clear that up, nigga.
What?
Via 600 never once talked about a robbery. He did.
Yeah, no, I never said you did. You see, you're projecting.
Yeah, well,
you never. So
well, what the fuck Luce Cannon got to do with a murder?
No. I'm saying if he's involved with other crimes, that the main crime, like put like this. So here's the question I want to answer, and you've read the indictment. I just want to hear a yes or no answer.
You sound dumb as fuck.
Wack, you're not trying to have me answer the question. Wack, do you think Luce Cannon would be in an indictment if they did not have an investigation going on Big U? Yes or no?
I mean, fuck what I know. The nigga snitched on Luce, but called himself telling on him about whatever Luce did.
Why? You just said Luce told on himself. You said Luce told about the robberies. The point is
did you read the paperwork? Victim 1 with this fucking Dale monster, right? Already had turned in the shit. They're saying Luce Cannon collaborated with Victim 1 and already told them. What are you talking about, bro? This right there.
I ain't gonna lie. You are. This is why.
No, you don't stop doing that.
Now, Wack, you're mastering this.
You know what you're doing now? Cause you stupid.
No,
and didn't
Wack,
read
you're
the paperwork.
changing. You're changing the parameters.
I'm not changing it. Hey, bro,
Wack.
Victim 1 in 2022 already have fucking reported doing whatever.
Wack, you're like a hood politician. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you
I'm not a hood shit.
No, you
I'm
stick
not
to
a
your
hood
talking
shit,
points.
no.
You stick to your talking points, and you know how to get people off their
No,
point.
bro, because see what you do is when the talking points ain't in favor of you, you try to go somewhere else.
Wack.
Clear that up.
Wack. I'll concede whatever you're saying. I'm telling you one main point. If I did some dirt with person A, and you then start running content on person A, and I start to feel like, oh, person A about to get taken down, but if he get taken down, maybe some of his other
running content on person A as well.
Okay.
Are you leaving that out?
Okay, but at a certain point, you're saying
ran content on Big U.
Wack, it's two different type of content. It's one content
nigga,
that says the
you
police
damn right.
picking.
There's two different type of content.
You're talking over me, Wack.
The shit he said, hey, listen, that nigga said Big U was turning in guns with serial numbers and selling them to the homies. Then he said this Nipsey Hussle shit. He ran big, crazy, light shining shit. Did he not?
Wack, you're right, and that is some self-snitching.
Okay, then.
Hold on, wait.
Hold
on. Here's the difference.
Don't tell me what content I can't
Here's
run.
the difference. You spoke about what the police was going to do. They found DNA finger under the fingernail.
About shit. We pressed play on what two ladies called and said we didn't know. We ain't talk to the police.
Yeah, no, we didn't say you talked to the
All we
police.
did was press play.
Wack, see, now you're about to try to. We didn't say you talked to the police. What we're saying is that it's one thing to tell stories. It's another thing to say. It's another thing to give out.
That wasn't no story, bro. That was talking about a real crime, nigga.
Wack. I mean, what is he saying in court? He's saying I was just BSing. You said you gave out.
Bro, you can't listen to me, bro. You
Wack,
got
so
the
difficult.
victim. You got the victim
Yeah.
in 2022. I think you missing it. The victim was already working for the feds. You get what I'm telling you?
Yeah, but Wack,
So
you brought an investigate. It's one thing a story. You brought.
We gonna keep the content rocking and rolling. You already know. Replay value going up for show. I know y'all gonna rewind and recap. You feel me? Premium content. Keep that notification bell turned on. I will deliver 24/7 around the clock. You already know. But until next time, it's your boy Ray Given. I'm gone. God bless. Peace.